Okay, so let's just take a breath for a second. The date today, January 30th, 2026.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been anywhere near a screen, you know exactly why that date is.
Well, it's going in the history books.
It's the day the dam finally broke. Completely broke.
We're talking about the Department of Justice release of the Epstein files. And look, I know everyone is exhausted by this. The headlines have been, just screaming for 72 hours straight.
That's a part of the problem.
Exactly. The sheer volume it's paralyzing.
I mean, it's designed to be overwhelming. You're looking at 3 million pages of documents.
3 million.
2,000 videos. 180,000 images. It's a digital avalanche.
Right. And you and I, we have lives. We can't sit there hitting CTRL+F for a week straight, so we did it for you.
Yeah.
That's the whole mission here. We're not just giving you the Twitter headlines. We went through and filtered out all the noise, the catering receipts, the flight plans.
Oh, the logistics, to find the actual direct correspondence, the emails, the texts between Epstein and the people who won the world.
And we should be clear about what we were looking at. These files are mostly from the period before his death in 2019.
Right.
But what makes this so different, so jarring, is the detail. We're past flight logs now. We're reading the actual messages and, most disturbingly, the drafts.
Oh, we are definitely getting to the drafts because that is a whole other level of nightmare. But let's start with the big picture. We have names here from tech, from politics, the monarchy.
It's a progression, really, a progression of compromise.
So let's start at the top of that food chain, the tech titans. Elon Musk and Bill Gates. I want to start with Musk, but we need to put this in context. The emails we're seeing are from 2012, 2013.
And that context is so crucial. In 2012, Elon Musk isn't the guy he is today. He's the Iron Man of Silicon Valley, sure, but he's also sleeping on the factory floor trying to keep Tesla from going bankrupt.
He's not the richest man in the world yet. He's ambitious. He's looking for connections. So in that headspace, he sends an email to Epstein in 2013. It's short. It's to the point. He asks, when should we go to your island?
And on its face, that looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
It implies a plan, a desire to be there.
Right.
But you have to see Epstein's reply to get the dynamic. He writes back, anytime you're in the area, I'd love to see you. And then he adds, as long as you bring your harem.
As long as you bring your harem. I mean, even for 2013, that is such a specific and just gross thing to say.
It is. But if you look at it analytically, it's a probe. He's testing the waters. He's using that kind of, locker room talk.
The boys' club code.
Right. To see if Musk will bite. He's signaling, this is how we talk here. This is the game. Are you in?
So does it bite? What do the files say?
The thread just goes dead. There's no reply from Musk in the file. And we have to be very clear about this. Elon Musk has always denied ever visiting the island.
He said he refused the invitation.
He did. And later on, he was very vocal about wanting Epstein exposed.
Yeah.
So no smoking gun of a visit in this batch.
But there is evidence of Epstein trying to offer Musk something else, another kind of value.
Yes. And this is his MO, right? He offers to help improve Musk's public image. And his plan for doing that?
Leveraging Bill Gates.
By leveraging Bill Gates. He says he can get Gates to talk up Tesla.
Which is the perfect segue, because if the Musk files feel like a recruitment attempt, the Gates files, they feel like surveillance.
This is that drafts folder.
Mm.
And psychologically, this is maybe the most revealing part of the whole data dump. Epstein was writing emails to himself.
Or emails to Gates that he just never sent, saved as drafts. Why would you do that?
It's an insurance policy.
Compromise.
It's J. Edgar Hoover tactics for the 21st century.
Yeah.
You write down the dirt, you timestamp it, you keep it ready to go.
And the dirt here it's incredibly specific. In these draft emails, Epstein lays out a whole narrative that Bill Gates caught an STD.
He alleges it was from, and I'm quoting, Russian girls during a trip to the island. But he goes even further. In the draft, he claims that he, Epstein, helped secretly get antibiotics for Melinda Gates.
For his wife. I mean, that's a marriage-ending, reputation-destroying allegation.
Which is exactly the point. It almost doesn't matter if it's true or not. If I have a document on my server that says, I know about the girls and the antibiotics, and I just sort of let you know that I have it.
I own you.
I own you.
Now, to be fair, Bill Gates' team has responded to this.
They have. A spokesperson called the claims completely false and absurd. And again, looking just at the evidence in this release, there's no medical record here. There's no flight log confirming that specific trip.
But we have proof that Epstein was banking this narrative.
Yeah.
He was writing the script for a potential takedown.
He was weaponizing information before he even needed to pull the trigger.
So you got the tech world. Musk is a target for recruitment. Gates a target for leverage. But, that kind of money, that kind of power, it always needs protection from Washington.
You can't run a scheme like this without political cover. And you see him working so hard in these files to bridge that gap between Silicon Valley and D.C.
And he did not care about party lines. Red, blue, it was all the same to him. Let's talk about Donald Trump. His name has been in this orbit forever, but these documents, they give us this weirdly specific window.
There are emails back in 2011 between Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. And he uses this phrase to describe Trump that has just been stuck in my head. He calls him the dog that didn't bark.
That's a Sherlock Holmes thing, right? The clue is the thing that didn't happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in this context, it's so ambiguous. Is he saying Trump didn't participate in something? Or they didn't speak up about something he saw? We don't know. But then you get the more direct claims, like an email saying a woman spent hours in my house with Trump.
But the relationship seems to change. By the time we get to the presidency, the tone is different. We see these texts with the journalist Michael Wolff.
Yeah, this is the gossip phase. Epstein is texting Wolff, basically bragging about his old access. He claims Trump asked Maxwell why the girls had stopped coming around.
He's painting a picture of the good old days. But while Trump is the headline name, I was actually more shocked by the stuff with Steve Bannon.
The volume and the tone.
Hundreds of messages, and they're friendly. They're just chatting right up until 2019.
They are, until they aren't. In 2019, months before Epstein's final arrest, he sends Bannon a message that is just bone-chilling.
Can you read that one?
He writes, "Now you understand why Trump wakes up in the middle of the night scared when he hears we're friends."
Wow. That's not a friendly chat. That is a straight-up power play.
He is explicitly telling the president's former chief strategist, "I am the monster under the bed." He's using Bannon to send a threat right to the Oval Office.
And Bannon doesn't stop talking to him. The files show he's asking for favors.
Asks for a plane.
A plane. It's just so transactional.
And just to show you how current this all is, we have to mention Howard Lutnick.
Right. Who is, as we are speaking right now, the U.S. Commerce Secretary.
The files confirm that he accepted an invitation to the island back in 2012.
But it's how he went that's so telling. He took his family.
That detail is everything. You don't bring your wife and kids to a criminal den. You think you're going to a billionaire's fun Caribbean retreat. It just shows how masterfully Epstein laundered his own reputation.
He wasn't some shadowy figure. He was hosting the families of future cabinet members in the sunshine.
The normality of it is what's terrifying.
Which I think brings us across the Atlantic. Because if anyone bought into that perk of the elite lifestyle, it was Prince Andrew.
His name is, it's just a constant presence in these files. Hundreds of times. And the emails from 2010, 2011, they're so detailed.
There's one email that just sums up their entire dynamic, I think. Epstein is offering to introduce the prince to a 26-year-old Russian woman.
But it's the adjectives he uses. It's not just that she's pretty. He calls her smart, beautiful, and trustworthy.
Trustworthy. In the world of the royal family, that word is everything.
It's the most important word. It means she won't talk. It means she won't sell her story to the tabloids. Discretion is guaranteed. He isn't offering a date. He's offering a safe space for bad behavior.
And then there's the dinner they plan at Buckingham Palace.
With maximum privacy. It's like a parallel court. You have the official royals waving from balconies.
Yeah.
And then inside the palace walls, you have this shadow operation run by Epstein, where privacy is the only law.
Okay, we have to talk about the visuals. The DOJ released thousands of images. The reports say there are photos of Prince Andrew in unusual situations.
We have to be really precise here. The analysis says the photos are embarrassing. They show parties, maybe some compromising poses. But the DOJ review makes it clear they don't depict an explicit criminal act in the photos themselves.
So humiliating, but not a felony caught on camera.
Exactly. But what it does is it just destroys his plausible deniability. For years, he said, I barely knew him. The sheer density of these emails that talk about trustworthy girls and private dinners, it makes that whole defense just crumble into dust.
So, okay. We've got Musk, Gates, Trump, Bannon, Lutnick, Prince Andrew. It's a roll call of modern power. But I want to zoom out from the who and get to the why. Why did these guys need him? Bill Gates, Steve Bannon? They already had everything.
That's the core question, isn't it? And I think what the files show is that his influence was a kind of a Ponzi scheme of credibility.
Okay, break that down for me.
His product wasn't a thing he made, wasn't cars or software. His product was the people he already knew.
Right.
He used Bill Gates to get Elon Musk's attention. He used his supposed friendship with Trump to intrigue Steve Bannon. He used Prince Andrew to make the whole operation look regal and legitimate.
So every time a powerful person said yes to dinner, they were becoming the bait for the next guy?
Precisely. If you're a billionaire, you're used to people wanting your money, your guard is up. But if Prince Andrew vouches for a guy,
you lower your guard.
You lower your guard. He weaponized social proof.
It's predatory networking. He lures you in with access, and then we're back to the drafts folder.
Then the trap shuts. Once you've sent that email, once you've been to the island, you're in the ecosystem. And Epstein was taking notes the whole time.
Which leads us to the big debate that's happening right now. Are all these men legally complicit in his crimes? Or were they just, arrogant social climbers who got completely played?
The files are frustratingly gray on that point. They show access, they show a high tolerance for his whole creepy vibe, they show a willingness to use him for favors. But does an email about dinner prove you're complicit in sex trafficking? That's a really high legal bar.
What about moral complicity, though?
That's a different question. I mean, if you're getting emails that use the words harems and trustworthy girls, and your response is to ask for a ride on his jet.
You've made a choice.
You made a moral choice.
Yeah.
You decided that whatever this man can do for you is worth overlooking the obvious darkness.
It's an indictment of the whole system. It's not one bad apple. It's the whole orchard.
And that's why this matters in 2026. This isn't just a celebrity scandal. It's about the machinery of power. These are the people making decisions about your economy, your privacy, your country.
And they were all in a group chat with a monster.
And they were all potentially compromised by him.
So I want to leave our listeners with this one final thought. We keep coming back to those drafts, the insurance policy.
Right.
If Epstein was just sitting there at night, typing up dossiers on Bill Gates, noting down Trump's fears, we have to reevaluate the last 20 years of history, don't we?
We absolutely do. Think about compromat. We always think that's something spies and foreign governments do. This was a private citizen who built a library of it on the entire Western elite.
So when we look back at some big merger or a political endorsement or a trade deal from that time,
you have to ask the question, was that decision made freely? Or was it made because someone was terrified of what was in that drafts folder?
Was it a network of friends? Or was it a hostage situation?
It's a terrifying question.
It really is. But at least now, thanks to this release, we can finally see the strings.
Well, on that tearful note.
Yeah. We'll leave you to digest that. The files are open, and I think we'll be finding things in this closet for a long, long time. Thanks for diving in with us.
Stay curious.
We'll see you next time.